Hey guys, it's Carib review. Let's get to it. We're going to get with another one. Carib review, the day we all take a little sit down and watch a little movie, talk a little stuff, and then probably not go out because it's Friday night. But goes out on a Friday night anymore, right? Besides cool people, but that's not. Love you. But anyways, guys, so this week we're gonna be dealing with a Caribbean one. You know, we had the launch last week with a big fancy smash. This week we're gonna be taking one from our neighboring island, Barbados. Today we're gonna be doing a documentary by a Barbadian filmmaker by the name of OMRI Kellmen. Now, OMRI created a film called Dry, which is what we're going to be featuring this week. And I just thought, why not? We did a fiction last week. How about we hit it with some actual facts up in this, right? So this week we're going to be doing the documentary, the short documentary, Dry. And this movie is brought to you by me, because, you know, I don't got no sponsor. But hey, I am opening that door to you all. So this documentary kind of was a bit like, at first I was like, ooh, titles, buckets, stuff happening. And I was like, yeah, ooh, where's this gonna go? And so it pulled me from the beginning. I'm not gonna lie. This happened. So this film basically is this young guy, I'm assuming it's Omri, who is basically gonna pack all of his stuff up, pack all of his bottles, all of his buckets, all of his some big jugs, you know, pack all this stuff up to go and fetch water because apparently he doesn't have any. So like, okay, don't got no water. Thirst is real. So he's going, so he went, got in his car, packed all of his stuff up, I'm guessing him and someone else, and they are like driving for what feels like almost like an hour's worth of driving. And I mean, this guy sped it up. I mean, it's not an hour in the short film, but you know, in real time, probably an hour. I'm assuming. I could be wrong, exaggerated, because you know, it was much. So he's driving, and he has to drive this really far distance to actually go and get water. You might think, why doesn't he just, you know, go by his neighbor and get water? Because nobody has any. That's why. Yes. Right. So you're thinking, that's pretty simple, right? Nothing spectacular about it. But this is where you're wrong. This film wasn't just because he can, or because, you know, he had the time and he's just like, yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna film what I'm doing for today because I could, and I'm gonna put it in your face and I'm gonna name it Dry because it's dry as in nothing really is happening in it. Nope, that's not the case. Omri, I'm so sorry I'm killing your name. It's keep going and saying Omari because I know someone named Omari. Shout outs to you, Omari. But anyway, so Omri now took it upon himself as a young filmmaker, fresh out of UWI, you know, he did his studies and everything, decided I'm going to tell a story about a matter that is important to me, that is affecting me, which was at that time where they were having a lot of water outages in St. Joseph Parish in Barbados, which is really close to where he lives, which is in the area where he lives. So he was like, I really want to send a message out there. He wanted to highlight the fact that there were a lot of outages going on, and even in his documentary it states like on day 8 that's when they just get back water. At the end of his film they just got water, running water from their pipes back after he went the one day to fill all of those buckets. So it took like, it's like weeks. It's like a week plus they're going without running water, so they have to go out and search for this. This was a big issue in Barbados at the time because, I mean, it made headline news, but then from what I'm learning, it was like poof. it's not important anymore, but it was still important to him and to the persons in St. Joseph Parish. I mean, he took upon himself to bring light to something that is really happening. The way that it's told in this documentary is not to be glamorous. It's not to be, put out there to make it look like, oh, it's such a great thing to see. It's actually a representation of the situation. It's not as polished as you might want it. The styling used is just to give off the actual feeling of what is happening. When you watch it, you need to feel real. You need to feel the realness, if that makes sense, which I think it does. So if anyone was to come up there and be like, oh, so you did the short documentary called Dry, and what was the point of it again? He could be like, well, me over here, OMRI, this is the OMRI face. Well, I did this because, I was going through this, and I didn't want, it to be going unheard of. I mean, other places were getting water, and we were unaware of why the situation was going on, and we needed it fixed. So, I had to make it known. As you can see, it's known. Thank you. Boom. Mic drop. Just like that. At least that's what I think. After speaking with OMRI, I was really pleased to learn why he made this film. He went ahead and said, film is more impactful these days than protesting, which I feel is seen for a day and gone, and is more accessible at any time and any location. So he has a point. Film these days is, at the rate at which technology is growing, people are like always on their phones. I mean, you're probably on your phone or on your computer, or if you're like me, the tablet. I love my tablet. It's just so great. Getting distracted. His passion for filmmaking to spread a message that is very important to him, which to me is the medium, is the way you should be doing things. That is what you should be using your skills for, to make a difference, not just to do it for the fun of doing it. You have to be impacting somebody, whether positively or negatively, regardless as to what you're doing. You must be passionate and driven about it. That's why I love film, because becoming a real filmmaker is being able to, express really deep things that you feel, or matters that are important to you, in a way that it can connect with other people. You basically have a little magic wand that can conquer feelings in persons. And I think that this was a great method he chose to convey his story, because when I first looked at Dry, I was like, okay, wow, I really want to know what's the story behind this, because this is peculiar, and I feel there's so much more that I can learn if there was like a part 2 where they went into detail. This documentary can actually be developed further, and I'm gonna actually suggest this, that OMRI, I suggest that you go out and interview persons, probably get their feedback as well, and make it into a larger documentary, make it a longer one, so showing more impact on a personal level. That's just me, because to me, persons react to people. We react to situations, yes, not going to say no, but we react to people. We connect more with people, because we're people. That's all I have for you guys. If you want to leave any videos for me to review, leave it in the comment section. If you have any cool advice, leave it in the comment section. And if you just want to say hi, leave it in the comment section. I am Simi. This has been Carib Review. Like if you like it, and I'll see you when you subscribe. See what I did there?